7222 or 654-7222.
And we're ready to kick it off here at Lancaster High School's Fulton Field, and there it comes, and it's a squib kick that is picked up at the 25-yard line by Stevenson to the 30, to the 35, to the 37-yard line, and that's where play will begin. 12-yard return on the opening kickoff, and the Gales have their big game next week with Massillon Perry. And they've got a couple of reminders here. The coach of Zanesville is Clarence Perry, and the quarterback for the Blue Devils is Matt Perry. Lancaster to the line of scrimmage. First down, 10 at their own 37. Murray fakes the handoff, back to go deep. He throws. It is caught at the 50, and down immediately is Haley after a pickup of 12 yards and a first down for the Lancaster game.
Button it up, run between the tackles, run short routes, and when they come out throwing early to try and blow this game open on the first series, maybe.
Slots both ways, and only one running back behind Scott Berry. First and 10 Lancaster at their own 49-yard line after a 12-yard pickup on the first play of the game. Berry to throw again. Far sideline. Ball is caught at the 44-yard line of the Blue Devils by Matt Hilliard. So it's a gain from the 49 and 3 yards to go from the 43-yard line of the Blue Devils. Joey Osball lines it up at fullback. He's offset behind left tackle. One running back, and it is the running back getting the football, and it's McCarty plowing through the defense. Inside the 40, inside the 35-yard line before he is finally nailed.
Very efficient first 3 plays of the game for Lancaster, and they really look good tonight on offense early.
Stevenson now the Lancaster running back, and it's trips left for the Gales. Berry drops 7 steps. He's being rushed hard, evades the rush, rolls out to the right, runs with the football, and steps out of bounds at the 40 for a loss of 5 on the play. John Langland, who we mentioned, and
that looked like they were trying to set up the center. Just did not have time even for a screenplay to develop.
Haley comes to the left, and Hilliard goes right. And Berry drops 3 steps, looks to the left side, throws, and it's intercepted at the 25-yard line to the 30, 35 and 40, and it's Jason Kelly to the 45-50, breaks clear to the 40, the 35, shoots one defender, goes to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and is finally forced out of bounds, I believe, at about the
people in the booth already tonight.
And here come the Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. Zanesville comes with a power backfield, and Chad Wickham is the
team to give up the big play, other than maybe in the Toledo Central Catholic game.
Boy, is that ever costly. The Blue Devils now face first down and 15 at the Lancaster 15-yard line. Matt Perry again with that full house power backfield. Calls for the snap and gets it. Gives to his running back, Sid Hall, and so Hall plows it back to the 10-yard line, getting 5 on the play. Second down and 10 for the Blue Devils. So that was an extremely critical
run and off tackle with a full house backfield. They're going to be very cautious and try and get no less than a field goal.
Perry brings his team back again out of the full house backfield, the split T, and he gives again to Sid Hall, who is hit at the 8-yard line, but barrels into the 6-yard line before he's finally corralled for a gain of nearly 4. Andy Beam makes the stop for Lancaster.
Got it spotted on the far sideline.
Well, the back chain looks like it's outside the 10. Back to the line come the Blue Devils. Third down and 7 yards to go at the Lancaster 7-yard line. Perry gets the snap and pitches to Jason Kelly, who swings wide to the 3 and out of bounds at about the 2-yard line, I believe. Kelly, you'll recall, is the defensive back who intercepted that pass and took it 66 yards. Crucial play to get him the first down. So Zanesville coming back to the line of scrimmage now on first down and goal. The big guy, Chad Wickham, in the middle, in between Hall and Kelly, and Perry calls for the snap. Perry gets and gives to Hall, and it is touchdown, Zanesville. The Blue Devils draw first blood with 8:06 remaining in the first quarter.
The opposition against Lancaster has taken the lead.
Tom Evans appears to be getting ready to do the kicking. Dale Maltz is listed as the kicker, but it will be Tom Evans doing the extra point duties. His kick is up, and it is perfect, and it has double safeties back to receive it. It will be Poston and John Frazier in the deep receiving positions. 8:06 remaining, first quarter, and the Blue Devils lead it 7-0. There's the kick, and another squib kick that rolls through the first defender, is fumbled by the second, and covered, I believe, by the Gales at about the 34-yard line. So Lancaster, having trouble handling the times coming into this game, has now had his 12th pass picked off. He has David McCarty, the hard-running tailback, in the lineup. Wide out to either side, and Burry rolls to throw the ball. He's set, and he goes deep, and he's got Taylor open, and he catches the ball at the 35-yard line of Zanesville and is thrown backwards from that point. So Burry comes out gunning again for 20 yards, 30 yards. Officially, the ball being placed at the 36-yard line, and that's where this series will begin again as the Gales move to the line of scrimmage. Wide out to either side. They're coming up without a huddle. They have split the running back on first down and 10, and the quick handoff to the fullback, and it's Osball getting only one. Following tonight's game, we'll have scores from all the area schools, all of the Central Ohio area, so join us at 11 and 11:30, and Coach McCurdy will be with us following tonight's game. Murray back to throw, rolls right. He cocks it, and he lets it fly. Haley open, touchdown, Lancaster. 35-yard strike. Murray to Haley, and the Gales are within one.
I think we've seen what Lancaster wants to do. They want to throw early in this football game and try and get some quick scores there.
And the Gales now will attempt to bring it even as Todd McManus steps off his paces. He'll be kicking out of the hold of Poston.
Maybe.
if they like to kick, and it appears they will. That may be John Frazier, the long snapper. I've been trying to figure out who that is, even closer to the goal line, and let's see if they still elect to kick it. Todd McManus is in that position, and the Gales are lined up as if to kick. There's the snap. The ball is placed. The kick is up. And it is good. We're even at 7 with 6:52 remaining in the quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Lowe's prides.
Going to have to go, though. He was considerably behind, but has time. Jeff Pika, the leader. Right. Hardy kicks it away, and the ball is kicked to the far side and gathered and fumbled at the 10-yard line. Blue Devils go back to the 2-yard line to pick it up, and here comes Sid Hall to the 10, to the 15, and to the 20, and a beautiful run back to the 25 or 26-yard line.
Great running by the tailback for Zanesville to get out of a big-time hole.
Matt Perry brings his team up in an I formation with a slot to the right side on first down and 10. Perry, the coach's son, gives to Sid Hall, and Hall is nailed at the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure he got anything out of that play.
A very interesting drive for the Blue Devils. They had to work very hard just to go the 10 yards to get to the score after the turnover.
The Blue Devils send Derek Grandstaff and Todd Arnold in a slot to the wide side of the field. The Gales offer zone coverage on them. And there is a sack as the quarterback, Perry, looked to the right, and by the time he had looked, he was nailed by Andy Dean. 7 score, both teams striking quickly here in the first quarter. We still have 5:30 remaining in the period. The scores, by the way, will come to you at 10:30, 11, and 11:30 tonight. We're getting more efficient every week. High formation, slot right. Back to throw goes Matt Perry. He goes deep, and it is incomplete, but a flag is to the bench. Coming wide right is Derek Grandstaff. Going left is Jason Kelly, the wingback, and now he comes back over to the right side and drops into the slot. Blue Devils on a big third down play. They want to press set it down. It's an inside reverse and nothing doing for Jason Kelly. Kelly hit by Todd McManus, and a fumble on the play. Is that right? And the Gales have recovered it. Andy Dean coming off with the football. Andy Dean recovering the fumble, and the Gales
in double digits on the plus-minus column.
We say 14, he says 15. Who are you going to believe? The coach, right?
Tomato or tomato, Dick?
It's an I formation with the wide out either side, and here comes a reverse with Haley carrying to the 35, the 30. He's got blocking to the 20 and is ripped down at the 14-yard line by Jason Kelly. Boy, what a fine defender he is.
Lancaster not buttoning up tonight and running just between the tackles. We've seen about everything out of this team on offense this year.
Jim Stevenson is in the slot to the right side. Haley and Hilliard are the wide receivers. Burry may be audibling at the line of scrimmage, and in fact he is. Now he gets the snap, drops 3 steps. Here's the touch pass for Haley. Touchdown!
14-yard pass. Beautifully thrown. Scott Burry to Travis Haley in the left corner of the end zone. And it's the Burry-Haley show
now he has 5 as he catches one for 35 yards and one for 14 yards to make it a 13-7 score. And this Lancaster team, despite the fact they were intercepted on the first series, of course,
He's only thrown to Paley so far.
Burry came into this game with around 1,110 yards, 1,109 in fact, coming in, and he has added another 98 to that. So he's over 12. Here's McManus' extra point try, and it is no good. It's no good.
Insurance Insurance Agency today.
Super C 103, WSWC, Lancaster.
Dick Shore and Harp Summers, along with our lovely producer, Karen Mills, we're bringing you Lancaster High School football. The Gales lead at 13-7, and there's the kickoff by Hardy. High and end over in, and gathered in at the 10-yard line to the 15 to the 20, and Todd Arnold brings it out to the 24-yard line.
Replay 65 yards. So they have not. This is where statistics are for losers because their time of possession doesn't look like anything, but the scoreboard looks really good.
The Blue Devils with an I formation and a slot left to the line of scrimmage, and the big tailback gets the football and gets very little out of it from the 24 to the 26, a gain of 2 yards.
One of the coaches from Lancaster said he has a tendency to fumble, and they'll be working on getting that ball loose.
And back to the line of scrimmage on 2nd down and 8 yards to go for the Zanesville Blue Devils. And the handoff again to the fullback, Chad Wickham, to the 30, the 40, the 50. He's over midfield and into Lancaster territory at the 33-yard return of an interception. And now a 40-yard move by Andrea Barnett. And the Blue Devils back to the line of scrimmage at the 34-yard line of Lancaster. 13-7, Lancaster leads it. I formation. Perry gives to Hall. Hall tries to step out of a tackle, cannot get loose. As Rod Blanton had a hold of the Zanesville lineup, he's a wide receiver. Derek Grandstaff and Arnold go in tandem to the far side or wide side of the field. Andrea Barnett is the fullback, and Sid Hall is the tailback, as Matt Perry calls for the ball. He wants to throw, and he does, and it is caught by Grandstaff, and he's ripped at about the line of scrimmage. Very little on that play. John Frazier making the stop. No gain in both of 2.
That ball was in the air a long time.
Back at the 34-yard line. It's now 3rd down and 10. Again, Foster and Grandstaff are wide receivers to the near side. Perry back to throw it again. He wants to go deep for Arnold, and it is Poston who intercepts in the end zone for the touchback.
Did he think the referee gave a safety signal?
He did give. There's a flag down.
Steve Poston with 8 interceptions the last 2 years has 3 in the last 2 games. He's really starting to make himself known.
A minute 33 remaining in the quarter. Split backs in a slot near side, and it is Stevenson hit behind the line of scrimmage that fights his way forward to the 35-yard line. Maybe even got body through the gaps in the offensive line, and we'll see if they're trying to trap that defender that comes through the line so quickly. 13-7 score. The Gales lead it. A minute remaining in the first quarter of play. Scott Burry, the senior quarterback, calling another audible, has a slot to the left side, gets the snap, drops to the right, throws the ball. It is incomplete. Gales will face the 6-yard line.
Even John Garver agrees with that.
3rd down and 9 as the Gales come back out over the football. Shot to the right side, wide outs either way. One running back behind Scott Burry. Burry again taking an awfully long time at the line, and another audible call. And he has to hurry, and he gets it off. Back to throw. And he goes deep for Stevenson, and it's overthrown and incomplete. He was
only averaging 31 yards a kick, but he's had a couple of monster long kicks that have really taken Lancaster out of tough positions this year.
Kelly is the deep receiver. Brian Hall the short receiver. There's the snap, and the kick is away. A high spiraling kick that hits at the 39-yard line and bounces inside the 35 to the 32-yard line and down by the... And Sid Hall has scored the Zanesville touchdown, and the Blue Devils are moving back out over the football. Chad Wickham, the fullback, and Hall, the tailback, slot to the right side, and Matt Perry, the quarterback, gives to the fullback, and nothing is there. No gain at all. 2nd down and 10 yards to go. The tackle was by Hall so far tonight. Blue Devils coming back to the line of scrimmage. They slot it to the left side. Second down, 10 yards to go. Second quarter just underway. Out of the I formation. Perry looking in at a four-man front, drops to throw it. He pump fakes. Then he fires into traffic, and he does not complete the pass. At the 47-yard line, he was intending it for tight end to Matt Perry. Foster and Grandstaff are now the wideouts. They come in tandem to the near side, and they get Lancaster's attention with three covers.
And watch Poston on a blitz.
And the snap and the flags fly, and it may be delay again, or on this play, this big third down play.
And they have 7 points, but their drive was only 10 yards, and after that, they really have not been efficient at all on offense.
Blue Devils out of the I formation, slot left side. Third down and 16 yards to go. Perry drops. He pumps and hits his receiver, but way short of the first down. Out about the 36 or 7-yard line.
The other receivers are going to be a little jealous.
A gain of 11 when they needed 16, so it's fourth down and 5, and the Blue Devils ready to kick it away. Mounts gets the snap and kicks a high, lazy kick, and Poston allows it to hit at the 33, but it bounces right into his arms at the 27, sidesteps two defenders and takes it out over the 40-yard line to the 42. Steve Poston is a remarkable young athlete
And could be almost a two-way type player at a certain school because he is very, very good with the football.
Scott Burry brings them to the line of scrimmage at the 42-yard line. First down 10. Burry fakes the handoff, bootlegs it left, and now cocks it, puts it away. He'll run with it, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage and fumbles the football, but no big scramble yet.
If he can hit the baseball, we might start calling that.
Gales back to the line of scrimmage with an I formation. Joey Osbaugh is the fullback and David McCarty the tailback. And it is a fake to McCarty and Burry to throw, and Paley catches at the 42 to the 40 to the 36-yard line. It is ripped down with one hand at the 36. A great defensive play by Joe Kenny. The gain is for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. And we're still in the early moments of the second quarter.
Burry 6 of 9 with an interception, but 2 touchdowns to Paley.
Osbaugh and McCarty are the running backs. It's Joey Osbaugh to the 35, to the 33, to the 31-yard line. He gets 5 on the play. It's second down.
Really better stop the Gales offense on this drive, or they could be off to the races.
8:45 remaining. First half of play. 13-7. Lancaster leads. Scott Burry back to throw it again. And he lofts it deep for Paley, and he overthrows him, and it's incomplete. In fact, the defender was in better position knowing
maybe they do not want the Perry scouts to see how good a receiver Matt Hilliard is.
Paley and McCarty go in the slot left, and Joey Osbaugh is the only one in behind the quarterback Burry. Burry rolls left, and he throws to McCarty at the 30. McCarty to the 25, breaks the tackle to the 20, to the 10. Still on his feet to the 5-yard line, and is finally wrestled down at the Zanesville 5-yard line. A big play for the Gales at 26 yards.
Trying to Hilliard because he is the leading receiver for the Gales, but they're going to find out Travis Paley is not chopped liver as a wideout.
And now Lancaster goes to their power backfield, the power I formation, and it is McCarty to the 3-yard line. McCarty jumping into that white shirt defense, comes down at about the 3, I believe, maybe even outside there to the 4. Or
11 passes, 8 runs.
Lancaster back to the line, and Hilliard is the only wide receiver. They have a full house backfield. Joey Osbaugh is the fullback, and it is Steebleton getting the call. Touchdown, Lancaster. Jim Steebleton going 4 yards for the score, and the Gales have increased their lead. They led it 13-7, so now it is 19-7. Right-handed and giving him a chance to sprint with the ball and the option of running it or passing it.
At least that's what they want Zanesville to think. Let's see where Josh Stuyvesant is. Well, they do not have a receiver on the left side of the field.
Trips to the right side. Osbaugh, the only running back. Burry back to throw. He rolls right. He's in trouble. He turns it back inside, and he's hit, and he's nailed at the 5. No extra point. It's a Lancaster doing her lovely job. Karen Mills. We have a 19-7 score. Lancaster on top. 7:41 remaining first half. And Jason Hardy ready to kick it away for the Gales and gets into it. End over end, taken at the 12-yard line. To the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and to the 33 or 34-yard line. for the ball carrier is nailed after a 22-yard return. 7:27, clock is moving as Zanesville moves back to the line of scrimmage. Matt Perry, the quarterback, works out of the full house backfield again. They do this on goal line situations. First time we've seen it from far out in the field. And it's Hall off right tackle, scoots through into the secondary to the 40. First down possibly as he's out to about the 44-yard line. Rob Claridge makes the stop. Hall, by the way, is the second leading rusher in the BCC, 2 call hours. Again, the full house backfield for the Blue Devils. They're trailing 19-7. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. Here comes Kelly to the 47 and 48 and then fired backwards. Looked like he really might be able to step out of a tackling.
And a quick score, and now Lancaster's run off 19 straight points. They do not want to give the Gales the ball again quickly.
Andrea Barnett is the fullback. Hall and Kelly flank him out of this full house backfield. The pitch is to Hall. He is hit in the backfield, breaks the tackle, swings wide. Frazier has him at the 41-yard line and brings him down for a loss on the play. Jason Shepard made the first hit and bounced off the running back, Sid Hall. But
Fine job on him.
So the Blue Devils looking for a fresh set of downs, and they need 13 yards to get them. Perry has them set. I formation, slot left. Gives to his fullback, Barnett. He scoots into the Lancaster secondary to the 50, breaks the tackle, first down for the hard-charging fullback, Andrea Barnett, at the 44 of Lancaster, 1st and 10 Zanesville. Blue Devils are not yet dead. 19-7 score, Lancaster leads it. Slot left side, I formation. Perry calling for the snap. Perry gives to Hall. Hall off right tackle, no hold. Tries to go outside, can't get there. Micah Pica brings him down for a loss of 2. Back at the 46-yard line.
Loss on the play and move the ball back to the... At any point here, much like the third quarter that Newark had where they had the ball all night and did not score.
I formation, slot left. Perry on 2nd down, 13 yards to go. Takes a long count. Gives to Hall, and he is again hit at the line of scrimmage and nailed by Todd McManus and Jeremy Klum. But he gets a little positive yardage, maybe Jason Shepard. Blue Devils coming to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down and 12. They have an I formation, slot left side. Another crucial 3rd down play. Perry to throw, being rushed. Shepard misses him. McManus misses him. Still on his feet as he tucks the ball, and he's knocked down at about the line of scrimmage. So he did a lot of running to do. He was clear back. And that's it. Dale Mounts will do the punting. He'll get the snap at his own 40-yard line. Lancaster sends John Frazier and Steve Poston deep, and it's a high, deep kick, and it's Poston at his 10-yard line. Comes to the right sidelines, to the 15, to the 20, and the 21, and down he goes. Lancaster will take it 1st and 10 at their own 20, a 36-yard punt, 12-yard return.
And as a fair catch signal, which would have given Lancaster the ball on the 10.
Off-ball, the fullback, Steebleton, the tailback, Burry, the quarterback, wide outs either side. It is Steebleton, left tackle, 25-yard line, fights forward to the 26, maybe the 27. Getting 5 on the play at 2nd down.
In the first half, but Scott Burry has 144 yards passing.
Cayley goes left, and Hilliard comes right. Off-ball at fullback. Steebleton at tailback. 2:47 remaining. And a quick hitter, and off-ball gets it out over the 30 to the 32, maybe the 33-yard line.
First 2 plays now that Lancaster has gotten the ball back. We'll see if Coach McCurdy would like to put the ball up top now.
Haley goes left. Hilliard comes right. 1st down 10. Burry back to throw. Rolls left. He cocks it and he lets it fly deep for Taylor. Yes! Taylor out of bounds with a catch at the 30-yard line of Zanesville. He is having a career night. The official down here says it was a catch, and now
we're talking for Burry. Unfortunate that the ball was not caught.
Daly already has 118 yards and 2 touchdowns in receiving. 2nd down and 10 at the 33-yard line as the Gales go back to the drawing board with 2:15 remaining before halftime. Haley again left. Hilliard again right. Tailback, Steebleton gets the call to the 40, to the 41-yard line, and down he goes. They tell you Lancaster has timeouts to burn, but they seem to be rather conservative in this drive. They've not let it fly often. Hilliard goes to the wide side with 1:43 remaining. And now the full house backfield on 3rd down and 3 yards to go. Murray back to throw it out of the full house backfield. He's looking deep for Hilliard. He's got him open. Hilliard makes the catch at the 31-yard line, and down he goes at the 30. So it takes Lancaster a couple of plays, but they get back there, and now we look back and see 2 penalty flags.
It was a missing number once I got on the table.
3rd down 7 is the call here as the Gales come back to the line of scrimmage. Murray has only one running back behind him. He has trips left, and he is flushed out of the pocket. He is hit and throws the ball, and
they called timeouts. They might have had 2 minutes plus to try and get something on the board before halftime.
Griggs will kick it away, and he likely will be kicking to Jason Kelly. There's the snap. And the punt is not a good one. He shanked off the side of the foot and hits at the 48-yard line and is down at the 46-yard line of Zanesville. Zanesville band will perform here tonight first, and we'll do our halftime feature with Bill Hughes, by the way. Timeout call is our halftime guest. He's the Lancaster High School principal and also a member of the Southeast District Ohio High School Athletic Association Board. And that interview will come up immediately at halftime because the Zanesville band will be on the field. Then we'll have some of the Lancaster band later. Terry back to throw it deep, and he does. And it is intercepted by Frazier, or is it caught? It is intercepted by Frazier, his second of the game, and that will stop this drive and put the Gales with the football and only get fancy down here deep in their own territory at about the 18-yard line. 1st down 10 Lancaster. They lead at 19-7. Power I backfield, so that indicates Lancaster will put this one away until halftime. Murray on the option keeps the ball and is thrown down at the 17 for a loss of a yard. And that will bring us to halftime here at Fulton Field in Lancaster with the Golden Gales leading the Blue Devils 19-7. And now, Blue Devils have Jason Kelly deep to receive. Along with him is Sid Hall and Todd Arnold. Hardy now moves on the ball, and we're underway in the second half here. Well, a short kickoff that hits at the 15 and rolls to the 11-yard line, and is picked up there to the 15, to the 20, to the 25-30, and he breaks through. It's Jason Kelly to the 45-yard line before he's finally caught from behind. And in fact, at the 46-yard line, John Frazier.
Offense and 144 on the arm of Scott Burry. Another good first half for Burry.
Jeremy Foster comes to the short side of the field, and Derek Grandstaff to the wide side, and the Blue Devils open up with an I formation and a pro set. Matt Perry, the junior quarterback, calls for the snap and gives to his fullback, and it's Barnett blasting over the 50, pouring it onto the 45, 1st down for the Blue Devils at about the 43-7-yard line, and that's where it will begin for Zanesville. 1st down 10 at the Lancaster 27-yard line. The backs are split. It's Hall and Barnett. Perry at the quarterback spot gives the ball to Hall, and he slices off right tackle, pours it on inside the 20-yard line to the 19. The tackle by Jason Yards. You got that right. He has been a force tonight. He really has. Excellent running by the fullback, Andrea Barnett. 2nd down and 2 yards to go at the Lancaster 19-yard line. The backs are split, wide receivers either side. Here comes Barnett again to the 15 and stood straight up and pushed backwards at that point. John Frazier makes the stop. The gain is 4, and the Blue Devils threaten again here in the opening moments of the second half. And Chad Wickham comes in. Wickham is the fullback. The halfbacks are Sid Hall and Jason Kelly. Out of the power backfield, the split T. 1st down 10 at the 15-yard line of Lancaster. Perry gives to the big guy, and he lumbers into the line, and Wickham is knocked down at the 11-yard line for a gain of 4 more. Jason Shepard, the nose guard, middle linebacker, line up, and Andrea Barnett replaces him at fullback. The Blue Devils again working out of the split T formation with 3 running backs behind Matt Perry. Perry sets them on 2nd down and 6 at the 11-yard line. And he options and pitches the ball to Kelly, and Kelly is slammed down at about the 10-yard line. Kelly, now the Gales lead it.
And the Gales averaging 31 a game, and you wonder when they're going to get the football back. This is very similar to what happened in the Newark game.
Chad Wickham is back at fullback, flanked by Hall and Kelly. Terry on this big third down play, options and then pitches, and it's Kelly inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line and thrown backwards again. Just when it looks like he might need one more step to get some freedom, the Gale defense comes off down and 4 yards to go. With 4th and 9.
Looks like 4-down territory.
Zanesville does not want anything to do with a field goal. They're going after the touchdown. Out of the split T formation. Perry, no wideouts, just 3 running backs and 2 tight ends, and he's going to try to power it, or fake the power, and back to throw, and he is rushed, and he is missed, and he breaks away to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and he has the first down. Inside the 5-yard line at about the 3 is Matt Perry. Or no, 4th down and 26.
And Zanesville does not make the first yardage on this play. Lancaster gets great field position.
Perry opens it up. He sends Hall wide left. He has 2 receivers wide right, only 1 running back. That's his fullback, and Hall throws. And it is incomplete, and the Gales will take over the football at the 31-yard line as Zanesville squanders a golden opportunity. Drive, and it was near a lock on 1st down and goal at the 3-yard line without that penalty.
The way Sid Hall can run the football, the way Andrea Barnett has been tonight, that would have been almost a sure 6 points.
Lancaster moves up in the pro-I formation, and Burry back to throw it. He turns, a little screen to the right side to his fullback off ball, catches the ball at the 35, is knocked down at the 40-yard line, a gain of 9 seconds. Both going both ways big time.
And what will happen the next 2 games for Lancaster, they'll play teams with a little more depth, so don't expect 35 or 40 next week. We could see some nail-biters these next 2 games.
2nd down and a yard to go, and Burry's going to go back to throw. He cocks it, and he fires it, and he goes deep and way over the head of Taylor, who was flying down the far sideline.
Yards and 6 points.
Burry with another good night throwing to Taylor, however. He's got him for 118 yards so far. Burry has thrown for over 1,200 yards this year already. He has the Gales up in the I formation. He gives it to his tailback, McCarty. No hold there, so he cuts it outside. Easy first down over the 45 to the 48-yard line, maybe the 49. And there's where David McCarty, a gain of 8 yards on the play.
And McCarty comes off limping, and we don't know if he turned his right ankle now or else he just took a pretty good shot on the right side.
Jim Stevenson replaces him in the Lancaster backfield, and Burry has them up in a pro-I set. Fake to Stevenson and Burry to throw it. Over the middle, and it is way overthrown, intended for Taylor. 2nd down 10 Lancaster from their own 48-yard line. The Gales lead it 19-7, 6:50 remaining, 3rd quarter play. Again, the pro-I formation to the line, and this time it is Stevenson, the tailback. He has first down yardage, I think, to the 42-yard line of Zanesville as he blasts it right up the middle. Quickly hit into the secondary this evening, and again tomorrow morning if you snooze early, with Robin Jacobs in the news.
You won't be, will you?
Snoozing early? Not me. Slot right side, 1st down 10, Lancaster, 42 of Zanesville. It is Stevenson to the 40, Stevenson to the 35, Stevenson to the 34-yard line, and tackled by
Develop, and then they give a little burst, and they are just very, very nice runners.
6 minutes remaining, 3rd quarter of play, 19-7. Lancaster leads it. Tatey to the wide side, Hilliard to the short side, fullback Joey Osball, offset to the right tackle, and Stevenson is the tailback. Double fake by Burry, and back to throw deep for Hilliard! Touchdown, Lancaster! Hilliard catching it 8 yards deep in the end zone for 34 yards and the score. What a nice throw, what a great catch.
And Scott Burry really hides that football well, and with the line blocking the way that they did, it gave Hilliard time enough to run the deep post pattern, and Burry hit him right on the numbers.
So the Gales gets into the act for the Golden Gales. Other receivers tonight have been McCarty and Osball, but not for much. Now Lancaster going for 2. The pass is caught, and a 2-point play from Poston to Hilliard for the 2-point conversion. 27-7. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Lowe's prides itself on one basic philosophy. You can't find better service anywhere.
WSWC, Lancaster.
Jason Hardy about ready to kick it off with the Gales leading 27-7, and Hardy moves on the ball and drives it rather deep, and it is taken at the 10-yard line to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. A hole opens to the 35, and down goes the ball carrier at the 37-yard line. A 26-yard return. Amazing 35 touchdowns so far this year. Count them. 35.
And there's some excited reserves on the sideline. They're looking at some PT here in the fourth quarter tonight, Dad.
Matt Perry gets the snap, wants to throw, does on a slant pattern, and it bounces off the pads of Grandstaff because he heard the footsteps of Steve Poston, and he was pounding down on it. And Poston's at their own 37-yard line. Grandstaff goes far to the left. The only wide receiver, wingback, is Todd Arnold, and the two running backs are split. Perry gives to the first through, and it's Hall to the 40, the 45, first down to the 50, and across the midfield stripe to the 47 in Lancaster territory. Post doing tonight's game.
Providing I don't leave early with you. And then it'll be Carl Easter doing the Tom McCurdy show.
Jeremy Foster is wide near side, a wide out also to the far side. Backs are split, and Perry drops the throw. He pump fakes. He tries to evade a tackle and does, but the second one gets him at the 48-yard line. A loss back to the 48. Rod Blanton makes the tackle, a loss of 2.
Lancaster has not thrown the ball to Hilliard. He just kind of run his dummy patterns, and Joseph said, I got this down. And then, boom, they go deep, and Joseph's looking at the back of Hilliard's jersey.
Perry under center now on second down and 12 yards to go at the Lancaster 48-yard line. Hands to the first man, nothing there, and he's smothered at the line of scrimmage. May have, on second effort, gotten 1 yard out of it. Todd McManus is
Lancaster gets the ball back and scores again.
Jeremy Foster coming into the lineup. He joins Derek Grandstaff as wide receivers to the near side. Perry on a big third down play. He needs 11. And
SWZ.
back at Fulton Field, the Blue Devils face third down and 12 yards to go. A big play for the Devils. They need the football. They trail 27-7. Perry calling for the snap from center and rolls back to throw. He gets time and he throws, and he's got an open receiver, and it is caught. First down for the Blue Devils as Joe the 31. Had they been able to score there, you never know how that momentum swing might have gotten them back in this game.
And then Lancaster got the ball back on the 31 and went zip in 2 minutes and scored.
And pretty well took it out of reach, but still, I guess, a glimmer of hope for the Blue Devils as Perry throws again. And this one is incomplete. Nearest person to it.
Wonder how many there on the plus-minus, Dick.
We're not going to get into that. The coach says one thing and we say another.
We're one off no matter what we do with Coach McCurdy.
Can't win that game. 3:04 remaining in the quarter. Wide outs either way, and back to throw, and a little shovel pass is caught, but nothing happening. Line of scrimmage tackle by Rod Blanton. The shovel pass to Sid Hall. Exception. Here come the Blue Devils back to the line of scrimmage. Jeremy Foster wide near side. Derek Grandstaff wide far side. Running backs are Andrea Burnett and Sid Hall, and they are split. On third down and 10, Perry to throw. He's in trouble. He's hit and he's sacked at the 35-yard line by Steve Poston. The blitzing Steve Poston coming in to make the tackle. It will be fourth down. Devils are still going to keep trying. It's fourth down. They're trailing by 20. They've got to do something, so they're going to go for it on fourth down and 12 from the Lancaster 34-yard line. And Perry is back to throw it again. And he zips it over the middle, and it is caught, but right at the first down marker. It looks like first down yardage. And with Harp Summers, our producer is Karen Mills. And it's first and 10 at the 21-yard line for Zanesville. Matt Perry, needing a score badly, under center for the snap. Gets the ball, gives to Hall. Hall stumbles into the hole, tries to fight his way through it, and cannot. He is knocked down at the 18-yard line, a gain of 3. Second down and 7 yards to go from the 18. Listen, he's been effective.
Andy Dean has 2 fumble recoveries, and Rod Blanton had an interception against Watterson.
And that's unusual for a defensive lineman. 43 seconds remaining in the quarter. Second down, 7, and a pitch to the fullback Barnett, and he sweeps, and he runs into a wave of blue shirts and blows through them to the 15-yard line. Boy, he's a hard-running young man. 3 first and goal, but a holding penalty took them out of there. Zanesville back to the line, a pro-I formation to the line of scrimmage, and Perry gets the snap. and he gives to Barnett, and he blasts off right tackle to the 11-yard line, and he appears to be at the first down marker again. Will be close. Depends on the spot, and they're going to bring... Here come the Blue Devils out of the huddle. The officials still huddled around the football. Now they move aside. And Brock Gerald, the center for Zanesville, hunkers down over the ball, and in behind him is Matt Perry. The split T formation, and Perry gives to Barnett, and he dives for the first down to the 10-yard line. And he is just inside.
Will be gone, and I think it might be over.
I think that is a true statement. We're early in the fourth quarter as the Blue Devils come back again with that full house backfield. Perry trying to grind it out, gives it to Hall behind his two fellow back blocking for him, and he gets nothing out of it. And it looked like he might have let the ball pop loose, but if he did, it was recovered by Zanesville. And at the 10-yard line,
break tonight, this has been a solid defensive effort. The Zanesville touchdown came on a 10-yard drive.
And at the 10-yard line, the Blue Devils face second down and goal. Perry pitches the ball to his halfback, who swings it wide, and going toward the end zone is Jason Kelly. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Kelly gets it in the corner. All they need is touchdown.
I wonder if the Lancaster defense saw that, and I'm sure that anytime that Kelly does not make positive yardage, if they saw it, they will remind him of that.
Evans for the extra point. It is up and good, and it's 27-14 score. The Lancaster Golden Gales, looking for their 5th BCC title in 6 years, have a leg up on it if they can hold on here against the Zanesville Blue Devils. And now it may be an onside kick, and it is by Zanesville. And it is gathered by the Gales at the 47, and they will put the ball in play from that point as Chad Householder, the backup tailback or fullback, moved in. Gales now move to the line of scrimmage. Zanesville trying to get that ball back on the onside kick. All they did was give Lancaster good field position. Scott Burry with split running backs. Gives it to Joey Osball, and he climbs through to the 50-yard line, gaining 3, second down 7, Lancaster. From the be awful nasty if they lost this game. Plus, it will be fun to have 2 undefeated teams going after each other.
And that could be for this region.
Osball is the only running back. It's the slot right side on second down 7 at the midfield stripe for the Golden Gales, and Burry wants to throw, and he does, and it is trapped. No, not caught by Hilliard at the 40-foot.
And all of a sudden, if Zanesville does a 3 and out on defense, they've got some hope in this football game.
35 touchdowns the Gales have scored this year. 16 of them have come on the arm of Scott Burry, and he's back to throw it again. Turns, and he lets it go, and it is short and incomplete. It's 4th back there. He made the touchdown run just moments ago. Josh Griggs will do the kicking for Lancaster. He'll receive the snap at his own 36-yard line. He gets it, and he kicks it. End over end. Takes a big-time Lancaster bounce inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line, and what a break for Lancaster. 44-yard punt on an end-over-end kick. Open. Zanesville went 63 yards on their last drive in 14 plays. 6:51 was the problem, though. They took too much time off the clock. They are a running team. They've gained only 531 yards all year in the air, and here's Hall stepping through a tackle at the line of scrimmage and coming out to the 10-yard line for a gain of 4. I think he will, too. I really do think he's a Division I player. Grandstaff comes wide near side. Kelly far side, and 2 running backs for Matt Perry on second down and 6 yards to go. And Perry drops the throw, and he fires, and it's caught. Far sideline to the 20, 23, 24, 25-yard line. First down and 10, Zanesville.
So Zanesville gets out of a big hole, and they keep the drive alive, and they also keep their hopes alive on this big comeback after they trailed by 20.
Coming into this game, Perry had only thrown for 6 touchdowns. It is not a passing team, but they've got to start throwing the ball or they're going to use too much clock. And Perry's back to throw again. And he rifles one, and now I know why they're a running team.
He really puts pressure on you. Watch out for some type of blitz by the Lancaster defense.
Todd Arnold is in the slot near side, inside Derek Grandstaff. The running backs are split. Second down, 10 yards to go at the 25. And it is Hall slicing off right tackle to the 28-yard line, getting 3. Lee Godenschwager makes the tackle for him. 3rd and 7 from the 28. A fresh set of downs is what the doctor ordered for Matt Perry, and he's going after it. But as he does so, Lancaster calls timeout. 7:36 remaining in the game. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Sportworks work hardening specialists care about what happens to their clients even after they're discharged.
We follow the client who has been injured on the job at least 3 months into the workforce after he or she leaves our facility. It is important that the discharged client doesn't get injured again, so a lot of our time before we discharge someone goes into teaching them what we call preventative maintenance, educating the client on ways to prevent another similar injury from occurring while maintaining
work late, got a hunger that just won't wait. There's only one way to go, that's Domino's. Well, everyone knows it's Domino's. Wherever you go, everyone knows. Wherever you go, everyone knows it's Domino's.
Call now and get a large pizza with up to 3 of your favorite toppings for only $10.99. Call 653-4122 or 654-7.
For Zanesville, a very big play in this game for the Blue Devils out of the I formation with a slot left. Perry gives it on a run to Hall, and he blasts it into the secondary, and Frazier's the only one that can stop him, and he does. At the 50-yard line, he got hands on him and broke a couple of tackles, and Frazier had to hop on for the ride, or else Hall would have been gone. Perry sets them in the I formation with a slot left side at the 44-yard line of Lancaster, 1st down and 10, and Perry to throw it. He has time. He rushes it to the sidelines and then throws the ball, and it is incomplete at the 30 for now, and there's lots of time left for Zanesville to get another score. I formation, slot left side, and it appears to be man-to-man coverage on the wideouts, and as fullback Barnett gets the ball, and he gets only a 1 or 2 yard gain. Andrea Barnett is hit at the 43-yard line, a gain of 1. 3rd down, and that's an edge that the Gales say, hey, we dare you to throw it. And now Lancaster comes out again, man on man, for the wide receivers. 3rd down and 9, and Perry is back to throw. And against man coverage, he completes the pass to his tight end at the 25-yard line. Dunn is down at the 22 for game. Zanesville on the move. Blue Devils at the 23 of Lancaster. 1st down and 10 to go. I formation, pro set for the Blue Devils. Perry gives to the fullback Barnett, and he is grabbed by Andy Dean and Josh Stevenson and knocked down after a very short gain, maybe a yard. 2nd down and 9. And Kelly comes into the lineup with the play for the Blue Devils. You're listening to Lancaster High School football on Z103. Lancaster, and back to the line of scrimmage come the Blue Devils. Wide outs to the right. 5:22 remaining in the game. Matt Perry calling for the ball. Perry back to throw it. Perry pumps it and now tucks it away and wants to run, and he stops. 25-yard line. Ron Blanton gets it. Ron Blanton makes the tackle, and the Gales 4:48 remaining in the game. Blue Devils back to the line of scrimmage. Wide receiver, Derek Grandstaff to the right, and Jeremy Foster to the left. An I formation behind Perry. On 3rd down, he'll throw, and he does, and he goes deep, and Frazier intercepts for the 3rd time tonight. His 6th interception of the year in the end zone for the touchback. And John Frazier has taken over the team lead in interceptions. With that, his 6th of the year. He will be trying to use a little clock on this drive. Haley and Hilliard in tandem to the near side. I formation with Joey Osball at fullback. And McCarty at tailback, and McCarty off right tackle to the 30, the 35, the 38-yard line. An 18-yard pickup, and it's 1st down and good enough field position that Zanesville would have to cover a large portion of the field to get a score. Again, the I formation with a slot left. Osball at fullback and McCarty at tailback. Burry to McCarty. He leaps one tackler and then steps right into the face of another and is thrown backwards for a loss. Something we haven't seen since early in the game. Lancaster tried one screen. It didn't work, and that's been a big play for Lancaster all year. Lancaster comes up with the fullback offset left, and Burry running on the quarterback keep goes to the 40-yard line, and that's about all. 41, maybe 42. That was a designed run for Scott. Third down and 6 yards to go, and McCarty checks back into the Lancaster offense. Osball and McCarty in the running backfield in the I formation. Slot to the right side, and Burry, with 2:50 remaining in the game, drops to throw it. Burry, little screen to the far side, and it bounces into the arms. Now Griggs to do the punting. He will receive the snap from center at his own 27-yard line.
And there are a lot of disappointed blue-shirted Gales on the sideline that they are not going to get playing time tonight.
Griggs gets the snap a little high, but he brings it down, nearly has it blocked, and he is roughed. Roughing the kicker call will be made. The ball is rolling dead at the 26-yard. 5 to the 43 on the foul, and it's Lancaster's ball, 1st and 10 at the Zanesville 43-yard line. And the clock now down to 2.5 minutes.
Trying to get this over, no injuries, and make it to the Massillon Perry game next week.
Taylor and Hilliard wide near side. Osball the fullback, and Burry digs for the ball and gives to his tailback, and it is McCarty to the 45. Breaks it outside to the 40. Down the sidelines, he flies to the 20, the 15, the 10-yard line, and out of bounds at the 9. David McCarty really flying down the sidelines. A 40-yard gain, and it's 1st down and 10, or rather from the score. Speaking of scores, 10:30, 11 o'clock, and 11:30 on Z103 tonight. You can hear scores from around the area and around Central Ohio. Burry gives to Osball. He gets 1 to the 8-yard line.
And remember, Massillon Perry beat New Philadelphia 55-0 last week. They're playing a little better team this week, but they still are trying to be 8-0 also.
Wide out to the side, 2nd down and goal, 8-yard line. And the throw is Burry, lobs it to Hilliard. Touchdown, Lancaster. They have called a penalty, but it doesn't matter. The ball was caught by Hilliard, so he gets his 2nd touchdown catch. And that's the touchdown number 4 tonight for Scott Burry. 4 TDs gives him 17 of 34 against Groveport. Seems to be a pretty good number for this Gale offense. Now, will they kick this one, or will they leave the offensive line, comes back to join the snapper, the holder, the one wide receiver, and the kicker. And McManus now will attempt the 34th point of the night for Lancaster. It's down, and it's kicked, and it is good. 34-14, and we'll be back to Fulton Field in just one moment.
When you leave most stores, you think of the money you spent. But when you leave Mr. Money's Worth, you think of the money...
Texas it with an 8-yard touchdown catch. Jason Hardy now kicking off for Lancaster. And he line drives one downfield. That is picked up at the 10-yard line to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 34. And down goes the return of Brian Hall after a 24-yard gain. 95 yards and 4, count them, 4 touchdowns.
I think that gives Burry now 1,300 yards passing this year. That is quite a season, and he's got 2 games left.
Matt Perry brings his offense to the line of scrimmage. 58 seconds remain in this one. Here comes a halfback pass. Hall throws it, and it's nearly intercepted. The Gales were hanging all over, waiting.
Very friendly place in the 4th quarter, is it?
Well, it's 2nd down and 10 for Zanesville. They have only 53 seconds remaining. It's 1st down and 10 at the 34-yard line. Slot to the near side. Split backs. Back to throw is Perry. Wheels one over the middle that is incomplete. Reception. Scored a touchdown, and done with the great receptions has kept Zanesville around.
And remember, Sid Hall, like Paul Allers at Newark, good running backs, both are juniors.
That is true. Coming back to the line of scrimmage are the Blue Devils, waiting to put it in play, and the officials won't let them.
TV timeout.
Now they're going to play ball. 48 ticks remaining on the clock, and it's 34-14 Lancaster. Hand off to the tailback, nothing home, so he takes it outside, and here he comes. It is Sid Hall to the 45, to the 50, to the 45. Stops, looks around, tries to cut it back inside, goes to the 41-yard line for a gain of 25, and it's 1st down and 10.
But he's picked up 55 yards in his last 2 carries, and really the game was not in balance when he got the majority of his yards.
I formation, throw set for Zanesville. Matt Perry, back to throw, sets up and heaves it deep, and he has a receiver and a touchdown. It's Todd Arnold who catches that ball in full stride at the 5:34-20 score with 17 seconds remaining. Blue Devils will attempt the extra point. Evans will do the kicking.
And Coach McCurdy will not be happy because once again a second-team defensive back gives up a touchdown in the fourth quarter.
Arnold gets a bad snap, so he picks it up and rolls to the right and dives in for the 2 points. So it's been Tom Arnold all the way with the touchdown and the 2. The Gales will go on to Mansfield Perry next week, undefeated, 8-0. Zanesville will drop to 5-3, 1-1 in the conference, and the Golden Gales will once again be the BCC champions. Here comes everybody to the near side and the onside kick, and it is Matt Hilliard who falls on it at the 49-yard line, and that's where the Gales will put it in play, first down and 10. I understand the entire city of New Lexington awaits the appearance of Jimmy. That's where his mom is from.
He better hustle to get his snap in because the clock's going to run out.
He's not even going to get a snap. Jimmy doesn't get the snap. The game ends as the clock runs out with a 34-22 Lancaster win over the Zanesville Blue Devils. And we'll be back after this 1 minute time.
4 carries, 10 yards, and Taylor also had a 16-yard rush. Taylor went in from 35 yards.